Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you are in. And welcome to episode 8 of the Sports Insanity Podcast. I'm Bill Murphy.
I am Lawrence Patchman Lang.
Danny boy Reginald here. Let's go. How's it going?
So how you guys doing today?
Yeah, it's another day off from work. It's my second day off this week, actually. First time I had 2 days off in the 3 months we've been in quarantine.
I know, right? It feels like this is going on forever.
Hey, phase 2. Phase 3 coming.
In most places. I'm still in phase 1. So
Hey, you got a little freedom now.
a little bit, but
hang in there, guys. We're getting through this. So anyway, we have two special guests joining us today. They are friends of the show.
Oh, very good friends.
Please welcome Mr.
Billy,
Mark,
breaking up a
a.k.a.
little bit.
Old Ops Guy.
That is me, Mark, a.k.a. Old Ops Guy Halpern.
And Sir Eric Big Brother Ford.
That's right. Call me Big Brother for short.
Okay.
That's right.
Guys,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Thank you for having
Welcome.
me back.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
So we got a great show planned for you, don't we, guys?
As always, yes.
Patchy knows he has to say it's a great show. I'm going to rip him apart for it.
Now, Bill, you don't stand a chance against me.
You want to take this outside?
Yeah, if you
Catch
want
me
to.
outside. How about that?
Bill, you go outside. We can run the show from here.
Okay, I'm back. Hold on. I'm not crazy, I promise.
It's debatable.
Okay, that's debatable. But I'm not insane. At least not according to the New York State Board of Psychiatrists.
You still have you have 2 shows that have insanity in it, so there's a question there.
Well, technically, it's one show, just different formats. Okay, moving on. Poll, is Bill insane, yes or no? Anyway, we are talking about, for the 6,387th time, reopening.
Hey, something.
We are also discussing, reopening MLB, other sports. We're also discussing the NASCAR Confederate flag.
Oh, boy.
And we have, am I leaving out anything so far? Or?
No, I think you're good.
And also, we're going to have two fun things for you today. First, we're going to be doing our top 5 athletes without a ring.
Yes, sir.
And then secondly, we're going to be having a trivia contest.
Hosted by me, Patchman.
So, we're going to have some fun today. And isn't
Right.
fun great?
Depends what
Fun
you
is
do.
always good.
Fun is good. All right, so why are we sitting here talking about it? Let's get to it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right. Let's get the ball rolling, shall we? With the thing that we always talk about, reopening.
because it's so hard to do, right, Bill?
It's just
It's the good old rinse, lather, and repeat treatment.
it's like you're just
It's a difficult process because when you're in a pandemic, you have to make sure things are safe.
exactly.
So they're just taking all these measures, but obviously that's what NBA and NHL are doing, and they're far ahead than a certain sport that I'm not too happy about because it's my favorite sport. And I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say anymore. It's hard.
It's like Groundhog Day.
At this point, it's all about the money. Because baseball is really basketball is probably the most dangerous sport to play in this in this current pandemic that we're in now.
Yes.
Right.
Basketball is probably number one. If not, I don't know. I don't argue with me on this one. But baseball is probably the least likely to get sick in. I mean, the only issue is if if somebody's in the bullpen and one person gets sick, everybody gets sick. But out of that, everybody, like, it's the least likely to get sick.
Exactly.
But this is all about money.
It is
Well,
all about money. But in the social distancing practice, they're doing 90 feet instead of 6 feet. So, I mean, between bases. So you're okay with that.
So that's perfect. 90, we're good. But then you also got to worry about the dugout, though.
Yes.
Yeah, dugout, yeah.
Of course. But, like, other than that, it's just ridiculous. And the players can go on and say, no, we want to play. The owners are making it about money. No. You're both making it about money. How about that?
Right.
Make that point.
How many deals did they reject this week? 2, 3?
2.
Yeah.
That I
And
know of.
Not
They're
two.
expected to reject the current one.
they
Right.
have until whatchamacallit? They have until tomorrow to accept or reject. So
Yeah,
So if you're
it calls for a 72-game season, which would guarantee 70% of their prorated salaries for the season, and it may
I heard
go
it was 80%.
85%, whatever the case is, if the postseason is completed.
So all right,
Well, fans,
guys.
for all the fans listening, today is Saturday, so Saturday our time. You're listening. They're debating that to tomorrow into Sunday.
Yes, thank you. But this might be up by Sunday, so they may already have they may already either agree or reject it. So take listening to this with a grain of salt. And you know what? I've said this once. I've said this twice. I've said this 3 times, and I'm probably going to say it about 52 more times.
Not 4, not 5, not 6.
Just go right to 52.
7.
Yeah, we're skipping right to 52. This is ridiculous.
It
Can we
shows
agree
you.
here, guys?
I absolutely agree. Korean baseball solved the problem. They filled their stands with stuffed animals. So
And they're doing great.
that's their fans right now.
And
Is
they make loud noise.
I got a good baseball fantasy draft. I actually did good this year. And they're ruining it.
They ruined it. You hear that, MLB? You ruined Eric's
Like,
fantasy
for the
baseball
last
draft.
few years, this is personal if you don't get it. I've been drafting hitters where my league is more pitcher friendly. I've actually had a good draft where I've had half good pitchers and half good hitters. So you know what? I'm having a really bad day.
We're all,
Today,
you hear that, MLB Players Association? You officially broke Eric. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
They don't care.
shout out to the ones that got the Stephen A reference.
I did.
But preposterous.
But anyway, this
We've
whole
been
thing,
fucking flabbergasted. I'm sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
this whole thing, and we said this last week, Reg, and also my very good friend Andy said the same thing. It's billionaires fighting with millionaires.
Yep.
It's a bunch of babies fighting over money. They're not playing it smart.
My God, all I gotta say is to both parties, grow the hell up, please. And listen, try to hit a deal and try to salvage whatever left we have of the season. But you know what? It's not gonna happen. I'm calling this right now.
Here's what's going to happen, Bill.
Let's hear what's gonna happen, Reg.
No. Here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is the players they're expected to reject this deal, so that's exactly what's going to happen. And baseball's just going to grow tired of trying to fight them over a salary reduction, so they're just going to force upon a 50-game season. Players have to report because they already said they would, and they'll get whatever money that they'll receive. That I guess it's whatever. Well, I forget what a number is. Probably whatever they agreed to or whatever.
They're gonna have to cry
maybe
about
less,
not
but-
getting there.
Yeah, but that's literally what's going to happen. They're going to play a 50-game season forced upon the players. The players are not going to like it. And going into a labor year where they have to agree to a new deal, that's not going to be good for any any side of the relationship. The owners are not going to be happy. The players are certainly not going to be happy because they have to be forced to play something amid a pandemic. And it's going to be tough. And you're telling me going into 2021 that season that you're going to have a rift between the owners and the players, and you're trying to get a labor deal by 2022. So there could be a lockout for 2022. That's what we're leading to, and that's the concern. So that's why
fans for the sport. Fans will not put up for another strike, let alone anything else.
No, because the last strike almost ended the freaking sport.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the home run chase, that 30 for 30 that's coming up, you know, if it wasn't for that home run chase, baseball would be dead right now.
I totally agree with you.
100%. And
Baseball's been dying too, because people are just sick and tired of paying too much money to go to a baseball game.
Baseball has been doing very well regionally. That's what people have to understand. It's a regional thing. People have their own sense of what's going on if they just follow their local team. They don't have to follow the national teams. They've been doing very well with the regional side. So
if baseball suffers a lockout, they're going to suffer. Period. Because if people don't watch baseball, let me watch football. Let me watch basketball.
And Eric's right. They've already been doing that.
People are going to get fed up with this.
People watch basketball. People watch football because it's easier to watch. It's not that many games, and you can easily watch nationally. You can hype it up nationally. You can't hype up baseball nationally anymore. So that's why it does better in the regions. And it's going to suffer regionally if there's a lockout. And that's just the bottom line.
And really, realistically, if MLB were to cut games down, they could get more interest instead of playing 100 and X amount of games, because no one really pays attention in the beginning. You get your all-star, like everyone starts paying attention on all-star time. All-star game happens, and then it dies off a little bit, then it picks off back up in September, because no one's really going to pay attention for all 162 games.
Exactly.
Also, what it comes down to is a lot of these grown-up guys are getting paid to play a kid's game, and they're being paid millions to go out and what I've done for 30 years, and I ain't getting paid anything.
More than my whole life.
So
this is just –
it's got to be about the fans, not about your pocket.
This is disgraceful. It really is. It's freaking disgraceful. But hopefully they can come across a deal.
As I've been saying for weeks, exit start fresh in January.
And for those of you that are worried about baseball not happening, no. Baseball's going to happen. It's just a matter of how many games they're going to play. But I hope that there's a deal so that it can salvage some type of labor relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, but like we said this last week, it's like every other sports league, NBA doing fine, NHL doing fine, NFL's going to start on time.
I mean, NBA, there's only one problem, like Kyrie Irving, aka the cancer of basketball. Like, he actually had a video chat with 80 players to say, "Hey, no, this is a bad idea. It's a bad idea." Actually, I just saw this before I came logging in. Austin Rivers, the son of Doc Rivers, he said, like, "No, let's play so we can get money, so we can support Black Lives Matter. Let's do this. Let's play. Let's go." So, I don't know how many people would actually listen to Kyrie, because, hey, he's a freaking cancer.
Nobody likes Kyrie.
Well,
his game is good. His game is good. I'm not going to deny it. But the whole homeboy is just out. He's out there, dude.
Well, he's certainly an influential figure. Like he was saying, like he wants the NBA to take social action rather than having the rest of the season to donate to all the Black Lives Matter, all the protests, all the social equality, all that stuff to do that in an activist role rather than playing a sport to raise awareness. But the thing is, if the NBA can do it safely, which I now have a lot of issues because those cases in Florida are skyrocketing.
Yeah, we're going to tie that in a minute.
So, I could see where Kyrie's going at, but if the NBA can play it safely, I don't understand why. And besides, he's not even playing the rest of the year. So why can't he just do it on his social activism for the rest of the year, sit out while his Brooklyn Nets are continuing in the playoffs,
Exactly.
and then the rest of the players can play and do their own thing, and then
Exactly.
Kyrie can join in when he's healthy and then still do his social activism. Kyrie has a platform for a reason, so he can, do things, interchangeably, I guess. For lack of a better
Absolutely.
word.
But getting back to the whole thing at hand, Reg, you sent me this last night. The NBA Players Association said they may be without fans for next season as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's really a lot of growing concerns regarding this virus and all that stuff. So
Does that mean what's his name of the Knicks gets to sell his team finally?
Jim Dolan.
Nolan?
Dolan will never sell.
Yeah.
But
That's like asking the Wilpons to sell the Mets.
although that might actually happen, though.
And that actually happened now with A-Rod, J-Lo, and who is the now secret bidder now?
It's Joshua Harris. He's the Devils owner.
Right.
give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, we lost Bill.
So Bill will be back in a second. Oh, no.
Sorry about that. I apologize, guys. I was getting a little thirsty.
No problem.
Okay, so anyway, so NBA playing without fans, and we were just talking about this last week over in Jersey. Governor Phil Murphy, or as I jokingly call him, Cousin Phil, they said the Giants and Jets may be able to play with spectators. I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of contradictory, but you also got to think about it this way. Where we are, which is the New York area, I forget, how's Jersey doing with this whole virus thing?
Iffy. Obviously New York numbers have gone down like I can't even believe how much we've gone down. Apparently New York has the lowest infection rate, which is like absolutely absurd since we were number one for a couple of months straight.
Right.
So, the fact that New York was able to accomplish this is remarkable.
Amazing.
I'm sure it'll go back up, just like all viruses, that they'll have their second waves and whatever.
Exactly.
But I mean, New Jersey, they're okay. I mean, it's right there, so I'm certain that maybe if you're closer to New York, maybe it might be a little down.
Because what I'm saying is, in the New York area, things are getting better with this virus. Things are getting better.
Correct.
But around the other country, because also two things you got to keep in mind. One is because since football and baseball are played outside, there's more ventilation. Well, you know what I mean. It's outside.
Yeah.
More open space.
Open
I get
games
what you
compared to
mean.
closed, yes.
What was that, Reg?
We get what you mean, Bill.
Yeah. So, but when you're playing like basketball or hockey, it's indoors. So the virus is just gonna.
One of the proposals is to do 50% capacity. Now, that could work, but season ticket holders are going to be the ones who are screwed out.
Because, like, you're spending all these money for these tickets, and you might not be able to go to a good chunk of games.
It's like, how do you pick who gets to go and who doesn't?
Exactly. That's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, how many season ticket holders can go to games? How many of those are allowed that are just general tickets that you buy from the box office?
I mean, I would be mad too if I had to pay $150,000 to see the Giants and Jets lose every damn year. Like, I get it, you know?
Hashtag New York problems.
1 second.
We'll give you 2. But, yeah, you got to – so, yeah, I think maybe that's why the big deal is because since baseball and football are outside, you still have to worry about the virus, but since sports like, hockey and basketball are inside, and that raises a greater risk.
It's going to be much harder for sure.
And yeah, we're gonna have to see with that. And but you know what? Just in general, if you guys don't mind for a second, I'm concerned about sports coming back in general because I don't know if you guys heard at the University of Houston, they suspended voluntary workouts because 6 players tested positive.
Yeah, Texas is another concern.
Yeah, Texas is a huge concern. Like I heard somebody confirm or deny this. Maybe I'll look this up after I say this, but I heard in Houston that they're considering putting back the stay-at-home order.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, right now the rate is something like 15, 16, maybe 20 per 100,000 people. They're getting tested positive or something like that. I don't know.
Well, not to get like politicky here, but Texas was very like nonchalant from the jump.
They were.
I agree.
So the fact that this is happening, I mean, I don't like, I hope they feel. I really pray that they feel better.
I really do too.
Oh no, we all do. We don't wish them any bad.
Yeah, no bad, but they should have really took extra precautions for this.
But I mean,
seriously.
Live and you learn, I guess, because now that's going to be a huge concern.
What's
Especially
also a concern is Florida.
Yeah, because that's where all the sports are going. MLS is going there.
NBA,
obviously. So that's going to be another concern. Another one that I'm really concerned about is Arizona.
Yes, their cases are spiking up.
Because Arizona deemed themselves safe for sports. So now all of a sudden you have the massive increase in those states. So now are you going to be deemed ready for sports? I don't know what to say about that.
This could
They're going to be like, crap, let's go back to New York. Let's just go to New York. Let's just...
And wherever you go, it's going to spike. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, true.
And you know what? Like, here's the thing. Like, in Texas, especially how it's starting up in Houston, you have the Astros, you have the Texans, you have the Rockets, and then you have you have Mark's team, the Cowboys.
Boys, baby.
Right?
How about them boys?
You have, like, all the teams in Texas there. That's going to be a big problem. Texas is a big sports market. You have Arizona with the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Coyotes, the Suns.
Right.
And
you got Florida,
Tampa, Miami.
I mean, I wouldn't say Tampa, like Tampa, the Bucks, but
the Buccaneers invested a lot of money for this season.
Because
Bucks, Rays, not so much. Yeah.
And it's like, guys, other states, get your shit together, please.
It's hard, though, because,
No, it is. Okay, to those who are listening in those states, I apologize. I didn't mean to insult. I'm just...
Well, you can just hope that whatever measures...
We're rooting for you guys. We are.
Whatever measures they're taking is safe because, again, like you said, there's so many markets out there that are relying on their sports to continue. And if they aren't able to continue, that's going to put a damper on a lot of these sports leagues, especially those in the fall, where, again, that's like a season where all these illnesses can start rising again. And the allergy season that can rise again.
Because here's the thing. Let me ask you guys a question, and we'll go around the table here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say those states, it gets to the basically catastrophic. I don't want to say catastrophic. That's being a little overdramatic. But it gets to the case where states have to put back stay-at-home orders.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen to the seasons for the NFL, for the NHL?
This is one of the reasons why I've been saying, maybe it's just not safe to do any type of sports right now because of the fact that this virus is still out there. It's not going anywhere. And the main concern was, is this going to be safe enough to play? And are we going to take measures to make sure that the players are safe? Like right now, we're getting up there in testing and all that infrastructure to make sure that there's enough for all players. But there may not even be enough for all those athletes to test every week, because it has to be on a regular basis to make sure that everyone is, isolated, if they're sick, and if they're not sick, that they're somewhere safe. So it's a hard thing to do, and I really hope that the NBA, NHL, and MLS and NFL, that they're leagues that already agreed to deals, that they are set in stone, they're going to play, that they make sure of that safety. Because if there's no safety, then what are we doing here? What's the point? We might as well just shut down everything and wait till 2021. And that's literally what I've been saying all this time.
Same here.
You're like, listen, I want sports back, but if you're putting people's health and safety at risk, then don't even bother. And listen, that hurts me to say as a lifelong sports fan. Why do you guys think? Why do you all think we do a sports podcast?
We talk sports and go completely insane. That's why.
Bingo. We're making shirts that say that eventually. Anyway.
I'm gonna rock that thing like no tomorrow.
Oh yeah. But anyway, we got to see what happens because one, MLB, they got to get their shit together with this deal. And I know it's a tough thing.
They don't have to get it together. You got to listen. It's a back and forth banter between the two. It's like two kids fighting over a toy.
By the way, I showed the guys this beforehand. Urinate and Tree did a video that was absolutely hilarious about this. I'll put a link in the description below. I don't want to play it because I'm scared of getting a copyright strike.
Right.
But it is hilarious. I'll put it in the link in the description below. Check it out. These guys were cracking up. But anyway,
this is great.
It sums it up perfectly. But that, and also like I said, we got to see what happens if cases go up in the other states. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, we all live in the New York bubble where things are improving, but we got to worry about the other 49 states.
It's not worrying about the 49 other states. You got to listen. Right now, we're living in the new norm.
Yes.
We're living in the new norm right now until COVID's not going away anytime soon.
It isn't.
And tomorrow, our state can get shut down again because no one's listening to the practices that are being forced in phases with the 4 phases.
Well, that and also the protests. They're major gatherings.
Yeah, they're major gatherings. People are not listening.
We still haven't received those numbers yet because, it's only been 2 weeks and we don't know whether or not people have had symptoms or not. So it's like Governor Cuomo has said, Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York. We are setting the example, but that can be erased at any time.
It can be
in a heartbeat.
So
everybody rips on our governor saying they don't like him, but in reality, the man did a great job.
Better than most, honestly.
He did better than most governors, and he was like, you know what? If you're not going to listen to me, you know what? I will shut everything down, and you will be SOL for now. And until everything goes back down.
And you know what? I just want to give a message to everyone. Just a couple quick things here. Listen, everyone might think this thing is over. It is not over. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. But quoting a friend of mine, if we're not careful, that light could become a fast bullet train coming for us.
Yeah.
And listen, everyone, please be safe. Wear a mask. And I know it's exciting to, get things reopened, but I just want to say this. If you don't feel comfortable going out yet, baby steps. Because that's what I've been struggling with. And I'm sorry I'm bringing my own personal issues up on this podcast, but
it's all good.
But
we
just
don't have a credible fear when it comes to all this.
Absolutely, because, one of the things is I'm worried about my dad who's going in for hip surgery at the end of the month. And I got to be careful in that department. So everyone just be safe, be smart. Don't do anything stupid.
I try not to.
Just I'm not saying lock yourself in your house again, but just use common sense. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so moving on. There was one topic I forgot to mention. I think we should talk about it briefly, if that's okay.
I'm always up for discussions.
Major League Baseball draft happened this week.
Boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
Somewhat, yeah.
I feel like it doesn't get as much attention as the NFL and the NBA draft.
It doesn't.
Because the NBA draft and the NFL draft are marketed awesomely.
Well,
put it
it's
that way.
not just about the marketing. It's about the type of sports that they play. When you're trying to draft in the NFL, you're trying to draft college football players. College football is, arguably the best amateur league out there. So when you have all these high-profile players coming out of the college scene that you see on TV every week, of course, and when they're trying to get drafted to the NFL, of course that's going to get marketed well because these are high-profile players that are expected to be pros. Same thing with basketball. With baseball, like I said, everything is so regionalized that you may not know anybody until someone gets drafted.
You don't know them, and you don't know if they're going to be a major leaguer.
Exactly.
They could be stuck in the minors for 7 years.
And it's not like the number one. I mean, in most cases, the number one draft pick in MLB does seemingly well. But then there are cases where you get a 5th round pick or 3rd round pick that does amazingly well in baseball.
Mike Piazza, I think, would be the example of that. 63rd round pick by the Dodgers, came out to be one of the best catchers to ever play baseball.
Yeah, your boy Pete Alonso.
Yep.
He was like 64 or something like that.
Yep.
Rookie of the year.
I just want to give a shout out to Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
He's a pitcher from Roy C. Ketchum High School. Yeah. He got drafted
By the
San Francisco Giants. Make us proud, buddy. Make us proud. I want to put you in my fantasy baseball league, so make sure you do good, please, for me. But yeah, shout out to him.
Local pride.
Local pride. Shout out to him, man. Shout out.
Yeah, big shout out. So that's okay. Does everybody know who their teams got, or I'm looking through right
And
now.
we got some catcher.
We got Austin Wells from Arizona.
Yeah, apparently he's a Red Sox fan, so that's.
See what happens.
I mean, Paul Pierce was not to go old, but Paul Pierce in different sport, but Paul Pierce was a Lakers fan and he played for the Celtics.
One of the best clutch shooters in basketball.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. So MLB draft. I'll be honest, really not much to say. Am I right, guys?
No. Baseball's that wait and see game right now because of what they're doing.
Gonna do? We're just gonna move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never thought I'd say this, but NASCAR has some interesting news.
Yeah, one of the greatest moves they could do.
Okay, first of all, before we begin, what's everyone's thoughts on NASCAR?
It's a multi-million, if not billion-dollar industry.
It's amazing too. I mean, I'm not a huge racing fan in general, but the fact that these men or women, these people can drive these cars as fast as they do, as many times around the course as they do, I think it's just tremendous. And you have to be fit for that. Anyone who tells you that it's easy,
It's not.
So the fact that they're driving around as fast as they do around the track that they do, I think it's terrific. And even though I'm not a huge fan of it, because I don't want to see cars drive around for 3 hours.
6 hours for 3 hours.
3 hours. Whatever the hell amount of time it is, I don't want to see that. But I give them a lot of credit. It's pretty cool to watch.
Jeff Dunham had this joke with his puppet Bubba J, who's who's supposed to be Southern redneck type guy, and he goes, "But I heard it's just driving around in a circle. What do you think about that?" He goes, "Well, that's my favorite part. They're making a left turn.
I watch one race a year. I watch the Daytona 500, and I like noise to fall asleep. By lap 50, I get a great nap. I wake up. Oh, he won. Okay. And this goes back, racing has been a part of my family for a long time. My cousin Joel had a race car for a long time with Halpern Racing, and Richard Petty actually did drive for my cousin for one season.
Whoa,
And that was like the coolest thing I ever learned regarding my family with that. And after he left, the family stopped with racing because there was no competitor that you can compete with.
Okay, so anyway, moving on to what we are to talk about with NASCAR. NASCAR made a decision that's in the right direction.
It's a great direction they're moving. Some people might not be happy with it, but you know what? You need to grow up sometimes.
Okay, they are banning the Confederate flag from any NASCAR events.
Yes, sir. Also banning fans from having them, too.
Yeah.
It's a very bold move.
I got to admit, that took a lot of gall for NASCAR to do.
I'll dibs up to them, man. Dibs up to NASCAR for making that decision. I'm proud of them. I don't watch the sport, but I'll say I'm proud of them because like a lot of people watch NASCAR.
Yeah.
They from that South mind. They love them NASCAR. Yeah, but
yeah. Because did you guys hear about that guy? I forgot his name. He said, "Fine, I'm not gonna race again." And he drives a pickup truck in like the races, and he has like an 0-31 record.
Huh?
But
you know what? He's entitled to his opinion too. Remember that.
Absolutely. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, I think they're doing this in reaction to recent events.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want more detailed explanation, we did a whole thing on that last week. Just go check that out. I think, but you know what? Like, here's the big question: do you think NASCAR might lose some of its fan base?
You know what? Put it this way, NFL's going to have their protest with players' name. You're going to see the fans, I'm never going to watch because, you shouldn't kneel during the national anthem. That's a side note. NASCAR is going to probably lose fans too because they banned the Confederate flag. You know what? It's not going to hurt their bank. It's not like tomorrow everyone's going to protest NASCAR. It's not like tomorrow everyone's going to boycott the NFL. They're going to be around no matter what.
They're going to be around for a while. But,
a while for a long time, Bill. Not for a while, for a long time.
Sorry, I'm just,
It's not like they're going bankrupt tomorrow because they banned the Confederate flag.
But yeah, because I actually heard this on ESPN, but me being the nerd I am, I had to go look this up for myself. I actually heard this story on SportsCenter this morning. Then I looked it up to double confirm if it was true or not. It is. Kelly Earnhardt, about 5 years ago, was on a podcast. Kelly Earnhardt, who is the daughter of the late Dale Earnhardt, NASCAR legend, she actually told a story. I guess they were talking about the Confederate flag, and I just read the transcript. I didn't listen to it, but apparently the Earnhardts, they had a black housekeeper named Miss Ann, who was, quoting Kelly Earnhardt, an awesome person. And Dale Earnhardt, on his back of his pickup truck, he had a bumper sticker that said, "American by birth, Southern by the grace of God." And it had the Confederate flag on it. And Miss Ann asked Mrs. Earnhardt, why does he have to have that bumper sticker? And she told Dale, and Dale actually took a pocket knife. I thought this was pretty cool. Took a pocket knife, went out to his truck, got to the bumper sticker, cut off the Confederate flag in the bumper sticker.
It shows the type of character he was. He wasn't doing it to promote one thing or another. He saw the bumper sticker, he liked it, he put it on his truck. He saw that it offended someone, so he went out and righted a wrong.
And good for him. Glad he did that. I just thought that was a cool story.
It's a solidarity move.
And again, will this have backlash? Probably.
There's always going to be backlash
There's backlash and everything.
because it's about tradition. People are always hung on to these traditions. Like,
even if it includes holding on to a team that lost a lot. And I'm talking about you Confederates, not the Cowboys. But I'm sorry, I had to go there.
The Cowboys
I had to go there.
oh my God.
But as a Giants fan, Eric, virtual high five. Come on. Okay, you gonna leave me hanging on there? You gonna leave me hanging?
Yep, because I despise Giants fans as well.
I'm the only Giant fan you like, so. And that's
anyway.
Mark, see what you get yourself into when you hang out with us.
I am in a family of over 100 members. I'm one of 3 Cowboys fans. I can't go left or right without being punched in the face at a game. So, but
Oh, well.
greatest rivalry in football, in my opinion, is Dallas Giants, and the fan bases for both are very passionate about their team.
Yes, we
Whoa.
are.
Whoa, that's a hot take. The greatest rivalry in football is the Packers and the Bears.
It's an old time rivalry. It goes way back. Absolutely. Do not disagree. But when you look at ratings and you put up team versus team, the Dallas Giants, whether it's Washington Giants,
Billion Giants.
yeah, they're up there in the top 5.
Yeah.
So anyone else have anything to say, or should we go on?
You can go on if you want.
Okay, but anyway, good on NASCAR. So
Another step in the right direction, as they say.
I'm liking this. And I just want to say, if there's any NASCAR fans, again, this is our personal opinion. If you dislike us, cool.
I would like to see a little more diversity in that racing.
Yep.
I don't really see that. So hopefully it's a step in that direction as well.
Let's hope so. Okay, so it is now time for another top 5. Applause!
I'm not applauding.
Oh, way to dampen the
I'm
mood.
doing the Jason Garrett gap. The Jason Garrett clap right here. Just
The Jason Garrett clap. Yes, take our leftovers.
So anyway, so we have a top 5 for you today, and today's top 5 is, drum roll, please. Okay, I don't get a drum roll. Oh well.
Bum 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 bum.
We improvised.
Boom.
The top 5 athletes without a ring.
this was a hard list to make, I must say.
I gotta say, I think this was one of the
between all
easier
sports
ones.
this
This
week.
was one of the easier ones for me.
Yeah, but you're not talking one sport now. You're talking
All
the
sports.
world in-
I couldn't think of baseball, but between football and basketball for me, I was like,
Yeah.
Baseball
There are
is
big
easy for
teams
me.
out there you don't realize who don't have a championship ring.
And you know what? You got to say this. It shows you that you really maybe don't always need a championship to be considered great.
That's very true.
Like, look at the movie industry. Like, there are movies that we consider great, but they never won like Best Picture or anything.
Or an Oscar.
Like,
Right.
yeah, Best Picture for an Oscar. Like, for instance, Citizen Kane, which by some film critics is considered the greatest movie of all time. That's debatable, but that's another podcast.
Oh, I'll do that one with you guys all day.
Oh God, yeah, we could talk. We'll talk, Mark. We'll talk later. Anyway, but like it didn't even win Best Picture.
Nope.
This has been Random Facts with Bill.
No, it's a good point.
But anyway, yeah, but it's still considered the greatest movie of all time. Again, debatable, and it didn't even win Best Picture. And that's the same with this. Like some of these athletes are considered great, and they didn't even win a championship.
Yep, and obviously, because the chances of winning a lot of championships, it really isn't much if you think about it.
So we're here to give these people their dues.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the top 5 athletes who never won a championship. So we're going to start with, let's start with Mark.
Okay. For me, it was in baseball, to me, Ernie Banks.
Okay.
Played for the Cubs. All those years was the guy who said, I'll go out and play too. Played on a lot of high caliber teams. One of my big picks not to have a ring.
Okay, that's Mr. Cub himself.
Perfect.
Next, are we doing all 5 or are we just going one by one?
We're going to go one by one.
Okay.
All right, so, okay, Patch.
Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
You know,
He was on my list.
Yeah.
He came up in a great era of basketball. Jordan era too. Jordan and the Bulls had those magnificent 6 championships that broke the Knicks' heart, and Knicks had a great shot in '94, but just came up a hair short against Houston.
Yeah.
Reg.
Jim Kelly.
Oh, nice.
Old ops guy, because he must be giddy about having to spoil those championships. But
52-17, one of my favorites.
yes, but no, Jim Kelly, because those Bills teams were unstoppable until they got to the Super Bowl. So
And they only lost to the NFC East.
and one of the arguably the greatest teams of ever, and greatest quarterbacks ever, and no ring on his hand. And I love that Joe Namath always makes fun of that. So Jim Kelly.
Hashtag Kelly Strong. Eric, my friend.
This is hard again. My number 5 is LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay.
Good one.
One of the best running back. We're not running. He's definitely up there on the list. This dude was beast. He played on a great Chargers team, but again, the Chargers come up short like they do every freaking year. But that's my point. But yeah, LC, dude was awesome. Even when he had that short little stint on the Jets, he was still good.
Well, especially that first year with the Jets, he was amazing.
He was
It
amazing.
was first year because the season before that he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Next year he
One hell of
changed
a breakout,
the
yeah.
game. Boom. It was awesome.
All right.
LT's number 5.
My number 5 is Charles Barkley.
I had him in my honorable mentions.
Because you can't play during the Jordan era, 11-time NBA All-Star, NBA Most Valuable Player. Yeah, he deserves respect. And like we said, and Reg and I were talking about this the other night, he cannot commentate college basketball. Can we all agree on that?
It's not his forte.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, Old Ops Guy 4.
All right, my number 4 pick comes out of the NHL, and that's Marcel Dion. One of the best hockey players to ever play the sport. Was in the Stanley Cup a few times, and he will still rank as one of the top 5 NHL players to play the sport but not have that championship moment.
Patch?
Mr. Randy Moss at number 4. One of the best wide receivers, ultimate trash talker, ultimate shine of disrespect in Dallas.
Really?
I had to do it to you.
Yeah.
Just overall, one of the greatest NFL players to lace them up and play at the WR position.
Reg?
On my list.
You can go with Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Mr. Reggie Miller.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
was at that game at MSG when he pulled those points out of his ass. The turnaround 3-pointer, I was there.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, and he actually had a chance in the early 2000s when, the Pacers were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. So there was his chance, and he was already an offensive dynamite. But, you know, the fact that he has now won a championship, it's surprising because he was certainly one of the greatest. And, you know, before Ray Allen broke his three-point record, he held that record.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. So he was definitely one of the best shooters, and I think one of the most deserving to have gotten to the Hall of Fame and, you know, have his jersey retired. And just unfortunate that he just did not get a chance to raise that championship trophy.
Eric?
So my number 4 is Bills number 5, Charles Barkley.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal player, man. It's really unfortunate. He's really unfortunate he did not win a ring. He was good. He was good.
And you know what's funny? What I'm about to say? My number 4 is Patchy's number 5, Patrick Ewing. I, again, could have gone the Knicks championship. Great player, but came up a bit short. All right. Oh, that's guy.
For my number 3, coming out of the NFL, Dan Marino.
Okay.
And probably one of the most dominant passers in the NFL, set records that a lot of people thought would never be broken. And he was thrown in first-round pick in '84. He had his shot, but after that, it just went all downhill for him. He did not play on any more caliber teams besides what that 184 team was with Duper and Clayton on the sides.
All right. Patchy?
Number 3, one of the greatest running backs, Mr. Barry Sanders. Oh, another great NFL player that was a beast on the field and just never had that moment. Never had that moment to hold up Mr. Lombardi in the air at the end of the season.
He played on the Lions.
And the Lions are still looking for that first one.
They're still looking for it.
They're still looking for it, and they're still and they're still probably grieving over the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
All right. Reg?
Barry Bonds.
Ooh.
Can I read you his numbers? 14-time All-Star, 7-time MVP, 8-time Gold Glove, 12-time Silver Slugger Award winner, Hank Aaron Award batting champion, home run leader, RBI leader. No championships. And he had his chance at no 2. And I still feel bad for him because I was rooting for him. I wanted him to win that year.
Eric?
It's actually the same as Patchy, Barry Sanders. Yeah. Phenomenal. Just one of the greatest running backs. Is he the rushing leader or did AP beat that?
What?
Like for rushing, is he the rushing leader?
No. Emmett Smith.
That's right. Emmett. That's right.
Cowboys.
Yeah, but
The Cowboys
yeah,
won claim to fame in the last 20 years.
Barry Sanders. 30 almost.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders, yeah, phenomenal running back. Great, yeah, Barry Sanders.
All right. My number 3 is actually the same as Reggie's, Barry Bonds. And Reg, you just said everything perfectly. Home run leader, but has no rings. And that's embarrassing, but you know, yeah, probably one of, if not the greatest player in my lifetime. One of them. And I know the controversy, blah, 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 but yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Number 2, Mark.
Number 2, Ken Griffey Jr. The guy was one of the most cleanest, dominant players for Seattle and for Cincinnati. He never gave up. He showed up. He played. He did stuff on the field that a lot of people couldn't. But he had his chance. But I still admire the man till this day. One of the best baseball players of all time.
Patch?
Well, my number 2 is Bill and Reg's number 3, Mr. Barry Bonds.
Not really.
Yeah. You got to put Barry Bonds up there a little bit. The man, home run king. I remember the night he broke the home record. I was sitting in my room watching it on my TV because whenever he came up to bat, I was watching ESPN. ESPN cut right to it to show the at-bat because you never knew it when it was going to happen. And he did it against a Washington Nationals team. So, little fun fact for you guys if you didn't know. But that's why he's my number 2. Just had to put him up there just a little bit higher than everyone else. Dude should be in the Hall of Fame. He never will be.
Yeah, and the fact that again, home run king.
For now.
For now, you never know. Somewhere in the line, someone can come along and break it. But for now,
it's going to be very hard to do. That's not an easy record to break. Even
you're asking for a lot of dominant seasons to be able to come close to that. And right now, there's only one person I can see coming close, and that's Trout.
Yeah.
So,
but again, that's ways down the road.
Side note, let's hope he wins a ring. Because if he doesn't, he would be he's the greatest player to ever.
Right.
Yeah. I really want Trout to win the ring. Badly. Side note, I'm done.
Okay, Reg.
Okay, Sammy Sosa is my number 2.
Okay.
Nice pick.
And the reason why it's because that man's bat was unbelievable. I loved every time he was to swing and he would do his jump before he running out the bases. Like that was probably one of my earliest memories of baseball is watching Sammy Sosa play. I just loved every moment of it. The fact that he does not have a ring still sucks. And he was a damn good player.
Oh, yeah.
Before his skin changed.
Eric?
We're talking about practice, man. Not a game. Not a game. We're talking about practice.
I knew you were going to put him in there, too.
AI, man. He had issues, but his crossover? Best point guard to play.
Broke more ankles.
Broke
more ankles than anybody.
Broke more ankles. The iconic breaking of the ankle, walking over Tyronn Lue.
Oh God.
First NBA game I saw was the finals, and that was the game I saw AI and the Lakers. They came close, but that shot, oh man, that was something else, brother. Something else.
Okay. My number 2 is old ops guy is number 3, I think it was, or number 4. Dan Marino. Because, like you said, never got his moment in the sun. 9 Pro Bowls. 9 Pro Bowls. 3-time first team All-Pro. Can't even wish he did get a ring.
Yes.
And those Dolphins teams were unbelievable.
Yes. When you have Clayton and Duper on either side, back then, I mean, they set wide receiver records back then. And when you have Marino with that accuracy.
Yeah. And then you just knew, like, once it hit the late 90s and he wasn't himself anymore, right. And, of course, you had Jimmy Johnson coming and trying to do things that just didn't quite work out.
Right.
Okay, so before we get to our number 1s, it's time for some honorable mentions.
Okay. Karl Malone, the mailman.
Oh,
I had
one of my favorite basketball players of all time. And him paired with John Stockton all those years was a dominant force. And John Stockton doesn't even have a ring either because they played together all together. But Karl Malone, absolutely.
Patch?
AI, Allen Iverson, and Steve Nash. Steve Nash in the league forever. Never got a chance. And even Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd got a ring.
Oh, he did. That's right. He did get a ring?
Got a ring on the Mavs 2008.
Right.
That's right. Yes, that's right. In the when they beat Bronny. I forgot it. Jason Kidd, who should have more rings than one.
That's the
Put
truth.
it that way. A man that should have a couple more rings. He should have 2 with the Nets. But again, those were dominant teams too they played against. But AI got to throw out there.
Reg?
I mean, they're in hockey. It's a Henrik Lundqvist. The reason why it's honorable mention now is because you never know whether they could win the championship later on. That's why he's not on my list. But Henrik Lundqvist, certainly. And if the Rangers don't win a Stanley Cup while Henrik Lundqvist is still on the team, it's gonna break my heart. It really will, because he has been the
I love
heart
Henrik.
of that team since he was drafted and since he started playing. Like, his guy's been amazing. So hopefully one of these days, he'll get his ring. And if it's not with the Rangers or somewhere else, I'll still be proud of him either way. But I hope it's with the Rangers, because it's just a better moment for him.
Eric? No.
Forgive me, I got a few.
Okay.
Again, this was hard.
We got time.
But I'm going to go through it kind of quickly.
Sure.
Steve Nash, two-time consecutive MVP. Dan Marino. Everything has been said. Barry Bonds, again, homeboy just hit home runs like crazy. He had the scandal and he was still hit home runs. He was like, forget you guys. And today's Dan Marino, Philip Rivers.
Oh God.
Oh, leave Philip Rivers alone.
I'm sorry.
He's like a nice guy.
Hopefully he will. I'm hoping he will.
I want Philip to get a title.
If he gets
Just
the
one
Super Bowl, I'll
title.
be happy.
Just
I
one
like him.
title.
I like
Anyway,
Philip Rivers.
as of now, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Another player that I thought about, Don Mattingly.
Donnie Baseball.
That is a good point.
And I sort of feel bad. I know his time was up by the time he retired and
Yeah.
stuff. I know he really wanted to walk away, but you just feel bad because it was right on the cusp of that era.
Right.
He decided to walk
I
away.
think, what was it? The year after he retired, they won the series.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what
But
happened.
he was having back problems.
Yeah, and obviously, look, it was certainly the right call. And look, hopefully, I was really pulling for those Dodger teams when he was managing, but that just didn't quite work out. And right now, the Marlins stink. So I just feel bad because that he didn't win a ring as a player. But I hope he wins a ring as a coach or manager. 'Cause he's
Okay.
not good at
To
that.
throw to throw 2 baseball players in there one more time. You got Evan Longoria, another just great all-around baseball player.
Yeah.
Started off with the Rays. Rays had that one World Series appearance about I think 10 or 11 years ago, and then personal demons got in his way. Josh Hamilton. The dude was just
What a waste of a career.
yeah, just we've had discussion with Zols, me and Mark have with our boss, but just phenomenal talent and just personal demons got in his way.
I mean, Hamilton actually put the Rangers on top in that series with the Cardinals in the extra.
Oh, yeah.
innings. So it was that close too. But obviously, David Freese got in the way, and then of course the next night they weren't even close. So I feel bad for him as well because it was literally right there, right at the finish line, being complete.
Just Josh Hamilton, a great personal demons got in the way, but you know what? Hey,
Okay. My honorable mentions, I only got 2. Well, actually 3 now because Reg just gave me an idea. Thank you. Ernie Banks. Jim Kelly.
I have
And
Jim Kelly on there too.
I'm thinking about putting it, and I'm putting this on now. He should have won Donnie Baseball if the strike didn't happen in that year. I think that would have been his year, but in '94. So, without further ado, it is.
And I would just like to mention Don Mattingly in his lone playoff appearance. Terrific.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And it took us years to figure that out. So imagine the Yankees made the playoffs in the 80s. Oh, my God.
Okay, it is now time for, without further ado, number one. Old Ops guy.
This was very, very hard for me because there's two players I have who tied it up, but the one person on my list at number one, Tiberius Cobb.
Ooh.
Ty Cobb, in his career in baseball, with what he did, and back then, never got a ring. I mean, playing in the era of Ruth, Gehrig, Christy Matheson, all of it, and Cobb didn't get it. So, I mean, I have one other person, but I'll see if someone else names it.
All right, Patch.
This was a tough one for me, but I went with Mr. Orenthal James Simpson.
Ooh.
Think about this. I'll read the stats to you. 5-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first-team All-Pro, NFL Most Valuable Player in 73, NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 73, Burt Bell Award in 73, AP Player of the Year in 73, 4-time rushing leader, 72, 73, 5 and 6, touchdown rushing leader in 73 and 74, AFL All-Star in 69. He's in the Buffalo Bills Wall of Fame, and he made the decade team for the 70s. He's on the 75th anniversary all-time team, NFL's 100th anniversary all-time team. He was a national champion, Heisman Trophy winner, Maxwell Award, Walter Camp Award in 67, and 2-time unanimous All-American. And think about this. Rushing yards, he had 11,236. His yards per carry were 4.7, and he had 61 touchdowns. He's in the Hall of Fame, but if he had a championship, man, would have made his career.
He was killing it on the field.
And off the field.
He was really slicing up them defenses.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I apologize to
It's
all
okay, old Ops
our
guy.
viewers.
You are absolved. You are absolved.
Why'd you have to put the murders in there?
I apologize.
Come
I couldn't
on.
resist either, honestly.
That was funny.
When you look at him as a player, he was one of the most dominant football players to ever play the game. He was good. He could get in the seams and break off the sides,
And just think, just for that time period as well, the way he came in. Buffalo was the laughable losers of the league in the 70s, and then OJ brought some pride back to the team.
Okay.
But that's why. But he's my number one. Personal issues later in his life got in the way. But if you're looking at his football career, dude's one of the best. Just doesn't have a ring to put the exclamation point.
Reg.
My number one is a player that's on many of your lists. It's Patrick Ewing. Here's why. This man he had nice players around him, don't get me wrong. There's some pretty good Knick teams with some pretty decent players, but never a second star next to him. Never.
Never had his Scottie Pittman.
And he went and he took the team to the finals.
pretty much on his own.
And he carried them on his back and continued to do that throughout the 90s until, unfortunately, he hurt his leg. So the fact that this man does not have a ring just shows you that the Knicks just are cursed.
And
They're cursed.
also, we want to this was brought up attention a couple weeks ago. Mr. Ewan tested positive for the coronavirus. I think he's doing better now. So
We hope he's okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So he can get back to coaching Georgetown.
yeah, so hope you're doing good, Patrick Ewan, if you're listening to this. He probably is, but
Oh, yes.
But let me just say that the Knicks did not pull through enough to get him one championship. And there were many chances to do so, and they didn't get to do it. So it frustrates me all the time that this man does not have a ring, especially if you're the number one pick out of the draft. Like, you're expected to win a championship.
In the words of the magic hunk from SpongeBob for the next, maybe someday they will win the championship.
All right. Eric, you're number one.
Number one has been on mostly everyone's list. He had a chance. He had 2 chances, but he couldn't do it. Randy Moss, number one. Best receiver I've witnessed. I mean, you could say besides Jerry Rice, because he's just amazing, but he has a ring. It doesn't count. Randy Moss doesn't have a ring, and he has to be the one of the best wide receivers to not have a ring. He almost got a ring in 2008,
With the Patriots when they
With
lost
the Patriots.
Yeah.
But David Tyree with the freaking helmet catch.
Yep.
Which again, how will this one do that? I will never know.
It touched the ground.
How he made that catch is
I don't know. That was
unbelievable.
And then he tried again with the 49ers in 2013. They just fell short. So.
Yeah. Okay. Before I say my number one, I think this is the first time we're going to have at least different number ones.
All right.
So, okay. And I'm surprised none of you put this guy on your list.
Well, go ahead. See what it is.
But, as a Yankee fan, this pains me, but I got to be objective. My number one,
Oh, Yankees.
one of the greatest outfielders of all time, Mr. Ted Williams.
That was my other problem. It was between him and Cobb.
And let me read you some stats here, folks. 344 career batting average, 521 home runs, 1,839 RBIs, 19-time All-Star, 2-time AL MVP, 2-time Triple Crown winner, 6-time AL batting champion, 4-time home run leader, 4-time RBI leader, Hall of Famer, was voted with 93% of the first ballot in 1966.
And well deserving.
Well, anyone who was a single Red Sox player, just only played for the Red Sox between 1918 and 2004, doesn't have a ring in. Ted Williams, absolutely one of them.
Yeah.
Anyone have any comments on that?
He was my pick aside with Cobb.
I was when you
very
said,
hard to choose.
When you said it was between this and that, I'm thinking, okay, the other guy's got to be Ted Williams.
There's one record that Ted Williams holds that I don't think ever will be touched, which is a season average of 414, which will never be reached. It came close by Larry Walker and Tony Gwynn, but if those two guys couldn't reach it, no one's going to.
Yeah, so those are our top 5 favorite athletes who never won a ring. Tell us yours in the comments below. We'd love to hear them.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Usually we end the show with a top 5, but quoting the great philosophers Monty Python. Now time for something completely different. Patch, would you care to lead us?
Oh, excuse me. First, sorry about that. Yes, today it's the first edition of Sports Insanity Podcast Trivia. We're going to do some teams today, so I've randomly put the 4 names in a randomizer. And today's teams are Eric and Mark and Bill and Reg.
Sports Insanity versus Outsiders.
Yes.
It's interesting how me and Bill are paired together and our 2 guests are paired together. So I don't know how random that is, to be honest with you.
Well, you got what, 1 in 3 shot of, I don't know, some math I'm not computing right now right in my head because why not? But we have today's categories, and they are players, other numbers. We're going to go third ranked in championships, so that means it's not who's first, who's second, but who's third for championships.
Okay.
We got stadiums that teams used to play in.
Okay.
We got random home run calls. So I will read the home run call, and you got to guess the announcer. We got walk-up music, so you got to guess. I will give the song. You got to guess the player. That has A, B, C, D choices. And then we'll have our final question, which with final question is how many points you have. You can wager up to how many points you have, just like in Jeopardy.
So it's kind of like Jeopardy.
Kind of like Jeopardy.
Mark, you might be alone on this one. There's some things I'm like, oh man, may not know
There's a
that.
couple of them I'm going to have a little bit of a problem with, but
Reg, if I get
them
it
shows me,
wrong,
that's
please,
okay.
I hope this won't jeopardize our friendship.
Let's see what happens.
All right,
Here we go.
let's do it.
All right. I'm going to flip a coin on my phone. I'm going to have the guest call it. So we'll call it. I hit the button.
Tails.
No,
Dang
wonderful.
All right. Which is going to call it?
I'm giving it to Eric.
Eric, call it.
Tails.
It is heads.
Dang it.
Bill and Reg go first. What category would you like?
Okay. Can you read us the categories again, please?
We have player other numbers, third ranking championships, stadiums that stadiums that teams used to play in. We got random, home run calls, and walk-up music.
Okay. Reg, you want to do stadiums?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do stadiums teams used to play in.
All right. Turner Field.
I know this one. Atlanta Braves.
Yes. Point.
Air five.
Yay.
All right. We're going to go. Okay, so give me 1 second here. I'm going to highlight so I know that the question is done. Give me 1 minute here. Sorry, I should have been a little more prepared.
Oh, that's okay. Does that mean, is that the only question? Does the category only have one question, or?
Nope, there's still 4 more questions left in the category.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so Outsiders. Well, that's your team name, Outsiders. What category would you like?
Want to try players and numbers?
Yeah, that's actually the one I was looking at.
Yeah, players and numbers.
All right, Mike Piazza wore number 31 with the Mets. What number did he wear with the Padres?
That's an easy one.
Give me right now. Eric, you got a guess on this?
My guess is between 33 and 45.
You go for it. I don't know.
Eric, do you have a guess? I'll give you 5 seconds.
33.
That is correct.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Put it up. Put it up.
Whew. Oh man, I was like at first I was thinking 45. I was like, no, 33.
No, it was definitely 33.
Okay.
All right. Bill and Reg, you're up.
We want to do.
I picked last time. You picked this time.
I want to try home run calls. I don't know. I might cost us one, but let's try it.
You're not going to lose points. It's just that the other team gets a chance to answer. I'm not going to deduct points.
Okay.
All right.
You're keeping score, Patch, by the way, or?
I'm
1-1.
keeping score. I got it. It's 1-1.
Okay.
All right. Your home run call is back, gone.
Ooh.
Chris Berman.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
2-1.
Some of them are easy. I made some of them a little bit easy. You got to go a little bit easy sometimes. You got to break the ice a little.
Booma. Swami.
That ball is back, gone. One of my side note, that's my favorite home run call guy for the home run derby. All right, Outsiders.
Let's go stadiums.
Stadiums. Okay, give me a minute to find the category. Memorial Stadium.
Great stadium.
Trust me, I went deep into this one.
Jesus.
I made this category kind of hard.
Yeah, you did. I should know this.
You have a guess?
No, I don't. Oh,
Uh,
God.
If you had to guess, you can take a guess.
Reds.
Answer is incorrect. Bill and Reg.
Okay, I'm like narrowed down to 2. Reg, you know this one?
I have no clue. What the hell?
Okay. I think, is it Cleveland?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Would anyone like to know the answer?
Yes.
That would be the Baltimore Orioles.
I was thinking it was either Cleveland or Baltimore. Damn it.
Aw, that's right.
Baltimore Orioles used to play in that stadium way back in the heyday. There are 3 questions left in stadium teams to play in. All right, Bill and Reg.
All right. So let's do. Hey, Reg, you want to do walk-up music?
Okay, why
Let's do
not?
walk-up music.
All right. Icky Thump by the White Stripes is A, Alex Avila of the Diamondbacks walk-up music, B, Mookie Betts of the Dodgers, C, Garrett Cole of the Yankees, or D, Trevor Story of the Rockies.
Okay, what was the song again?
Icky Thump by the White Stripes.
Wait, what were the choices?
Yeah, you have Alex Avila, of the D,
Mookie Betts,
Garrett Cole, Trevor Story.
Trevor Story.
Damn.
Got anything, Bill?
Nah. You?
I'm gonna fly one out there. Alex Avila.
That is correct.
Oh my God.
Reg.
That is correct. All right.
Coming through in the clutch.
Wow. No, that was a total guess. I had no idea what that was.
Okay. Outsiders, you got a next pick. Scores 3-1.
That's a nice lead you have there, guys. It'd be a shame if what? No, I'm joking. Let's go with players and numbers.
All right. A-Rod wear 13 with the Yankees. What number did he wear with the Rangers?
I know this one.
With 13 with the Yankees, that I did know. But with the Rangers,
Before he got traded.
I have a guess, but I'm not sure. Eric?
Go for it, man.
42.
That is incorrect. Bill and Reg, would you like
I
to
know
steal?
this one. 3.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
He wore 3 with the Mariners as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And all right. Players' other numbers category is dead because it was hard for me to find other stuff for that one. So
it's gone?
that category is done. There was only 2.
Okay.
You could have asked Michael Jordan's other
That's what I was
number.
waiting for.
Yeah, I that one was way too obvious.
That would have been way too obvious.
That would have been like I could have put that in front of any fan that was a fan of 90s basketball, and they would have put, oh, hey, that's Michael Jordan's number. All right, Bill and Reg, you're up.
Okay, we got control of the board. Okay, I was my call. What do you want to do this time, Reg?
What about stadiums?
All right, Hilltop Park.
What?
Hilltop Park.
Sounds familiar.
I have no idea. You?
Hilltop Park. Is this team in the National League?
No,
It's an American League.
it's an American League team, and that's my only hint.
Okay.
So it's an American League team. Hilltop Park. Trying to think of older American League teams.
Outsiders, do you have a guess?
Oh, I do. And
All
I
right.
think I'm 100% right.
All right, so if they get it wrong, it will come to you.
Okay.
The want to go for it, Bill?
Is it the White Sox?
That is incorrect. Outsiders.
Eric, you're going to love me because I know I'm right. 1903, the New York Yankees played at Hilltop Park in Washington Heights, New York.
That's right. That when they were known as the New York Highlanders.
There's right.
All
Right before they, yeah.
4-2.
I would have never got that.
I had to stop and think because I knew the answer. I just had to be 100% sure.
Yep. All right. Outsiders, you're on. It's your turn to pick.
Eric?
Okay, can you remind us of the score? It's like
Right now the score is 4-2.
4-2.
Bill and Reg.
What's the categories again?
We have third ranked in championships. There are two.
Let's go with that one.
All right. The NHL. Who ranks third in championships?
I don't watch hockey.
Third in championships. I know they've won 2. They won 1. I want to go with the Penguins.
That is incorrect.
All right. Reg, you have an idea?
Oh. Let me see.
I have a guess, so let's talk it out first.
Can I slide into your DMs?
You guys can discuss it in open because if you guys don't get it right, the question's done.
Let's see.
I'm thinking, is it Montreal or?
Ooh.
Okay, no, they're number 1, right?
Montreal's number 1. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Montreal's with a lot of championships.
They have 24.
It's team in Canada, right?
Yeah. No, the team's not in Canada. That Montreal's in Canada, but the team that's ranked third is in the States.
He's in the state.
Thinking maybe Boston? Reg, what do you think?
I would think an original 6, right?
Okay, so let's see who the original 6 are. The Rangers, the Flyers, right there, original 6.
Let's see.
It's not Montreal.
Don't they have a time limit?
Oh,
I'll give you guys 30 seconds to come up with a guess.
Do you have anything, Bill?
I have nothing. What about you? I'm thinking maybe Boston or Detroit. What do you think?
I'm going to say Detroit Red Wings.
What was that?
Detroit Red Wings.
That is correct.
Oh!
Reggie!
They have 11.
Oh, God.
Good
Okay.
job. All right, you guys got control of the board now.
Okay. You want to do home run calls?
Sure.
Let's go with home run calls.
All right, forget it.
Ooh.
That's it?
That's the home run call.
Forget it?
Forget it.
That's what it is.
This is not a new announcer, is it?
It's he is a very old time announcer.
Forget it. What? It's someone we know. It has to be. Forget it. Who says that?
You're talking one word here.
2 words, actually.
Words. Forget it.
Yeah, wow.
What? Bill, you have an idea?
Nope.
Who says forget it?
Oh, no, he knows.
You know it?
Yeah. And I'm 100% right because if I'm wrong, the man will drive down here and kill me.
I have no idea.
You gonna bring it over to them?
Bill.
Yeah, let's bring it over to them. Oh, wait. Reg, you have...
No. I was asking if you have a guess.
I don't have a guess.
Bill, you don't have a guess.
All
All
right.
right, outsiders, your call.
Vin Scully.
That is correct.
I must have heard Zoll say it 100 times.
That's his home run call. Forget it.
Yes, forget it.
When it leaves the stadium, he goes, "Forget it."
Yep.
I've never heard Vince Scully say that.
But he does. All right, Outsiders, you got control of the board.
Eric, you pick the category.
All right, man. Let's go with numbers again. Let's go with. Oh wait, that's over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other players' numbers is gone. You got third ranked in championships, stadiums that teams used to play in.
I'm feeling third rank right now. Let's go third rank.
Okay.
Third ranked. Okay. The MLB. There are 2 teams tied. Where are the 2 teams?
For what?
For World Series.
Okay.
There are teams tied in third place in the World Series.
26.
Yankees up first. Yankees up first. Red Sox second. Angels?
There's 2 teams.
2 teams.
Not Angels.
New York is first, and St. Louis is second. St. Louis has 11.
Yeah,
St. Louis is second. So yeah,
Cardinals.
I know one.
I think I know one, but the question is, are we on the same line? So
You guys-
Message me the one. Message me the one.
How the hell did you do that with this thing? Mind you, I'm stupid. Give me a second. No, to Eric. There we go. That's my thought on one. I go with you on that.
I have one. I'm gonna guess one. I'm gonna kind of take this one out of my ass, but the other one I'm pretty confident.
Go ahead.
Boston Red Sox and the Giants of San Francisco.
That one, I will say this. The Red Sox are correct, but the other one is wrong.
Okay, so
So it goes over to Bill and Reg. You guys have the first one. Can you figure out the second one?
All right, Reg, who do you think?
So wait, do we get 1 point for him getting one right?
Yes, I'll give you guys 1 point for being right, but if they get the other one right, they'll get 2 points since it's both teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Reg, who do you think?
If you was right, Mark, I'm gonna be really mad at myself.
When you put that up, I knew you were right. I was pretty thinking on that one, but I was trying to think of the other.
I'm thinking Cubs, Bill. Do you want to go with Cubs or Dodge? What else are you thinking?
I'm thinking either the Cubs or the Dodgers.
Yeah. Because I was thinking Red Sox, and I'm glad that that's one of them.
Okay, so the Red Sox and you want to go with Cubs or Dodgers?
This is hard. Let's go with the Cubs.
Okay, we're gonna go with the Red Sox and the Cubs.
That is incorrect. The other team with 9 is the Athletics.
Oh,
The Athletics have 9.
Moneyball.
He's right.
Think about the Athletics.
The Athletics.
They're
okay. All right.
All right.
So,
Score is 4-5 still.
okay.
All right. Bill and Reg, you have control of the board.
All right. What do you want to do, Reg?
You got 1 left in third ranked in championships. You got 2 left in stadiums. You got still all of random. You got 3 home run calls left, and you got 2 walk-up music questions left.
All right. What do you want to do, Reg?
Let's go with a random.
Yeah, let's do random.
All right. I'll start guys off with an easy one. This is the only team left in MLB to not throw a no-hitter.
To to not throw a no-hitter?
Yep, there's one team left.
Who has not thrown a no-hitter?
Hmm.
Have 30 teams.
Ooh, I'm kind of scared to talk about it because I'm scared these two are going to steal it.
This is easy?
I'm messaging you, Mark.
I thought this would be easy. I thought most people knew about this.
I mean, no-hitters are hard to get by.
That's who I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Billy, help me out
I'm
here.
pretty yeah.
No,
I'm pretty. Now I'm
just
more.
message you. Old.
You guys have a guess?
Um,
Because we got some dead air going. I love dead air.
oh God. Are they?
Let me just go with what I texted you, or
You guys got 10 seconds.
Gas bill.
Tampa.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, no, Tampa definitely has something.
Yeah, dang it, I'm sorry.
I'm going with. I'm pretty confident. I even messaged Mark, and he even believes in me. So I'm going with the Baltimore Orioles.
That is incorrect as well.
What?
Really?
The
What?
only team left in MLB not to have a no-hitter.
Brewers.
San Diego Padres.
Wow.
Because I was in the hospital when Johan did it, and I was watching it on TV. So I knew
Baltimore has 3.
Really?
Yep.
Sorry,
The Tampa Bay Rays have 1 as well.
Yes, I know that.
And the most that have no-hitters are the Dodgers at 26. But the Padres are the only team left not to have a no-hitter.
That's crazy. Well, the Padres have been around for a long time.
Yes,
so-
they have. All right. Score is 5-4, Bill and Red still.
Okay.
Okay, so it's you guys' turn.
All right. Let's go with not walk up. Home run calls.
Home run calls. All right, give me 1 second, please. Okay, home run calls. Home run calls. We have it could be, it might be, it's a home run.
Dang it, I've heard this one.
Heard that one before.
Message me, Reg.
I'm going with you, man. Going with you.
Going from my good friend, who I miss already. It's his grandfather, Harry Carey.
That is correct.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
A lot of conversations with him over the past few years. If I didn't know that one, Josh would kill me also.
All right. So you have one thing left in third ranked in championships, stadiums that teams used to play in. There's 3 questions left in random. There's 2 left in home run calls and 2 walk-up music questions.
Want to
left.
finish stadiums?
No, you still got 2 things left in stadiums, and it's Bill and Reg's pick.
So, Reg, you want to do stadiums?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, let's go with stadiums.
Olympic Stadium.
Ooh, I know this one. May I?
Go for it.
Montreal Expos, now the Washington Nationals.
Correct. All right. Game is 6-5. Bill,
Eric, your choice.
outsiders, you got the pick.
Eric, your choice.
Let's finish stadiums.
6 stadiums. SICK''S 6 stadium. I left the last one really hard.
Huh?
Now, I've
Wait,
heard
it's called-
the name.
How do you spell it again?
SICK''S stadium.
I've heard of it.
Stadium.
I had an idea, but now I don't.
Definitely heard of it. I don't have a guess. If you have something, go for it.
I love this.
Phillies.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Bill and Reg, you guys have a guess?
All right, Reg, what do you think?
6 stadium. This is
Baseball.
Does it have to be baseball? Does it have to be? Is it a multi-purpose stadium through football?
It was a baseball stadium.
Okay. 6 stadium. Wow. What? Ooh. You got anything, Bill?
Take a guess. Is it Pittsburgh?
Incorrect. This
Heard of it.
This is the only season that the Seattle Pilots played in 1969.
Pilots.
The Seattle Pilots, for all you baseball historians out there, were a team that lasted one season in 1969.
Okay,
Didn't they go to like Milwaukee? Is that the Milwaukee?
They then relocated
Okay.
after one season.
So, okay, which category? It's our turn, right?
Yes, it's your guys' turn.
So what are the categories that are left?
You have one question left in third ranking championships. You got 3 random questions left. There's 2 things left in home run calls. And there's 2 questions left in walk-up music before we get to the final question.
Okay. So, Reg, what do you want to
do? What do you want to do? I always have to pick. What do you want to do?
Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's my turn. Let's You want to do walk-up music?
Okay, let's go for that. Why
Let's
not?
go walk-up music.
All right. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston is
What?
is A, Aaron Judge's walk-up music,
No.
B, Anthony Rendon's walk-up music, C, Brock Holt's walk-up music, or D, Juan Soto's walk-up music.
Okay, my first word, what?
Yep.
Are we all in agreement on that one?
What was the third choice?
You have A, Aaron Judge, B, Anthony Rendon, C, Brock Holt, D, Juan Soto.
I want to just guess this one.
You got anything?
I think I might, but I don't know. Do you got anything?
Let me think.
Okay. We're going to go with C.
That is correct.
Oh, yes!
Brock Holt used it in the beginning of the 2019 season.
Okay.
Yes!
Score is 7-5, Bill and Reg. Outsiders, you got the next pick.
Well, since we're doing very well in this category, let's go with home run calls.
All right. Swung on to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone.
Say it again.
Swung on to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone.
Oh, okay. Considering I can't stand the man. But I'm just going to send this over to Eric.
Yeah.
Michael K.
Ah, yes, good old Michael K.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't. My other guess was like I think it was because of how you said it.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I'm like, that's why I asked him to re-say it, and it was just the ending to that.
Repeat
Okay.
the home run call.
What?
Repeat that home run call. Was that K?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it was K.
Wow.
I'm going to fact check. I might have looked at something wrong.
I thought it was a boring guy.
Yeah, oh, God, I can't stand him when he announces football.
No one can stand him.
Wait, who is it?
Joe Buck.
No, it's not Joe Buck.
Oh, I was saying like he's boring guy.
He's too busy narrating people's sex tapes during the quarantine.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh gosh.
No, I swear
Actually,
to God.
hang on a minute here. That's actually wrong. It's not Michael K.
Yeah. Is hiatus part is gone?
Yeah, no, that's wrong. I mistyped something. But I'll still reward a point. Just
The way you said it sounds just like I hear it on the radio.
no, it's the other guy.
May I?
Go ahead.
John Sterling.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my fault.
We'll concede the point because it was a mistake on you, Patch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes, hey, I'm human too.
We'll
Okay.
concede that point. But I was like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right.
You know. Sometimes we make mistakes. It's all right. It's all human. All right. So score is 6-7 still.
All right.
All right. We got one left in third ranking championships, 3 left in random, 1 home run call left, 1 walk-up music song left.
All right. Reg, you want to finish up home run calls?
Let's go.
Let's go home run calls.
See you later.
Oh, what's his name? Damn it.
Okay. Conference.
What's his? Damn it. You want the full name, don't you?
I need the name.
I have absolutely no guess.
I'm blanking.
See you later.
Later.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, I have a guess, but I don't think I'm right.
I believe it's the Washington Nationals guy, but I don't know his name.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
I have no idea who it is.
I got no guess. Sorry.
Anyone have a guess? Or are you guys all going to forfeit the question?
No, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say Howie Rose.
No.
No.
Bob Carpenter of the Washington Nationals.
I knew it was the Washington Nationals guy.
Good call, Reg.
I didn't know his name.
But but good call. You were right on the team.
Yeah.
I'll reward a point to Bill and Reg for getting the team right at least.
Are you sure about that? Okay. That's nice of you.
You got the team right. I'll give a point for that. I figured I wanted to see if anyone would know it. All right, you got 1 left in third ranking championships, 3 left in random, and 1 walk-up music song left.
So
Let's finish the ranking championships.
Oh, boy.
All right, these 2 teams have 6 championships in the NBA. Who are the 2?
Wait, what?
Right, Eric, this is you. You're the NBA expert.
You don't know it?
I'm thinking right now, but I think you're chomping at the
We'll
bit.
message you.
All right, go ahead.
I'm pretty confident.
I agree.
Because I know Celtics hold the title. Then it's Lakers, and then it's a huge drop.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
it's
you're right. I think you're right.
Nice little drop. But, Ford, what are your guesses?
Going with Warriors and Bucks.
Going with Warriors and who?
Milwaukee Bucks.
The Warriors are correct. The Bucks are wrong. You get 1 point.
What? Oh my gosh.
Bill and Reg, can you guess the other team?
He said, oh, wait, they have 6?
They both have 6.
Oh, I know. May I?
So let's do it. Do it, Bill.
What was that?
Do it.
Okay, so it is the Golden State Warriors and the Chicago Bulls.
That is correct.
Shit.
It's okay, man. You got one.
I missed the sixth part. I missed
Yeah.
it.
That's all right. You got
All right.
the Warriors, man. You got us a point.
Score is 9-7, Bill and Reg. You guys got
Not out of it.
still got 3 questions left in random and a question left for walk-up music.
I just want to say to Eric and Old Ops guy, at the spirit of sportsmanship, you guys are giving us a run for our money. So, okay.
The guys are doing really well, to be honest.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, so what was that? Walk-up music, random.
You got 3 left in random, 1 left for walk-up music.
Okay. Why don't we do random?
All right. This American League team has had 3 perfect games thrown against them.
Oh.
Thrown against them.
Yeah, they've had the perfect game. They have gone 27 up, 27 down 3 times in their franchise history.
It's a historic franchise.
It's an American League team.
It's an American League team. Just an American.
That's your hint. It's an American League team.
Okay.
Because there's a National League team too that's gone 3, and I'm like, I'm not going to throw both in there. I'll throw the American League in there just for fun.
So it's just the American League team.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
Excuse me. Wow. 3 perfect games?
3 perfect games were thrown. They've gone 27 up, 27 down 3 times.
Mm.
Who the hell gets perfecto 3 times? It's crazy. Bill, what you thinking?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Sorry.
Well, no. It's fine. It's what it is. I don't have anything crazy. I'm going to go with a gut answer, which is never correct. But I'll say my New York Yankees.
That is incorrect.
I knew it. My gut interest stuck anyway.
Fun fact, the Yankees have never gone 27 up, 27 down.
Let's go Yankees. Even
I
though
sent you 2 of my guesses. Eric.
Which one are you more confident in?
The first one.
I'm leaning towards the first one too, but hey, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll go with the Cleveland Indians.
That is incorrect.
Shit.
What was it?
Okay.
So,
This team is in the American League East, and they played down in Florida, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow, I would never guess the Tampa Bay.
Yep, they
Carolina
have
better
no
not be-
perfect games in their history, but they've gone 27 up, 27 down 3 times. So the more you know.
and no fan base.
For a team that has not been around that long, that is awful.
Eric, they have a fan base. They just come out in playoff time.
Yes.
There's a strong fan base for the Rays. They just hide.
That fan base may move to Montreal, so
All right, you guys got the floor now. You got 2 left in random, 1 left for walk-up music.
Random. Oh wait, yeah, random.
All right. What was the name given to WWE and WCW when they fought against each other in the 90s for rating supremacy?
Oh, God.
What was the name given to them? What was the name given between the 2?
Repeat the question.
What was the name or slogan, if you want to call it, to WWE and WCW when they fought against each other in the 90s for rating supremacy?
I know nothing about wrestling.
Want me to just guess it?
Yeah.
WWF.
No. It's a slogan that
Oh,
it was given
slogan.
to them, was given to when they were going against each other. It was the slogan given.
Oh.
Bill
All
and
right.
Reg,
Yeah, Bill and Reg.
Ed, do you know the answer to this one? Mine's dead.
I don't know.
I'm just going to take a random guess. Get some.
no.
I tried.
Fun,
Sorry, Reg.
little fun fact. Back, as we know, well, if you guys are wrestling fans, to all that are listening, you know that Monday Night Raw and WCW Monday Night Nitro were always in a heated war in the 90s to see who can be on top. And they were going back and forth. WCW, I believe, won 89 straight weeks in the ratings war. But as they fought back and forth, the name given was the Monday Night Wars.
The Monday Night Wars.
That's interesting.
Yep.
That is random.
See, guys, you learned something today. Our listeners learned something today. That's the important part.
Unless they're wrestling fans. And then
Okay.
they know already. You have one question left in random and one walk-up song left.
Walk
Okay.
up.
Rich. Walk up? All right.
You walk up.
All these things that I've done by the Killers
Oh, one of my favorite songs.
is A, Bryce Harper's walk-up music, B, Carter Kaiboom, C, Jason Castro, or D, Yu Darvish.
It's definitely not Darvish. It's by the Killers.
By the Killers.
Okay, by the
I
Killers.
think I may have a guess.
I may have one too. But I want to be sure that I'm right. I'll
I
slap.
just messaged you my guess.
Just sent you mine.
Let's go for it.
Bryce Harper.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Should I go with it?
Go with it, man.
Castro.
Wrong. Carter Kaiboom of the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, Dan got the Yu Darvish one out. I'm like, they're gonna probably go with Bryce Harper. All right, and you guys get the last random question before we go to final.
Okay.
Who was the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup? Who was the team, and what year was it?
God.
Trust me, I had this one and another question. That's now the final question.
Oh, damn. I'm scared.
Canadian team.
I just wouldn't know the year, but I think the team is right.
I feel like the team's right.
I feel like the team is right, but the year,
Like I say, there's 2 points out there. So
I think the team is correct. Let's go with it. We got
No.
Holding off.
No, because I think
I'll give you guys 30 seconds to answer. I love this. We need to do this more often. I'm having fun with this.
go.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
go for it.
Go with my team, your year.
The Canucks in 07.
Incorrect.
On both?
On both.
Oh. Ah.
Was that close in the year?
No.
Ah.
Bill
Okay.
Hatch?
Patch, who you think? Who you think?
Crap.
Never heard of them. Is it Edmonton, maybe? Because I know they were in.
They're in plenty of them. I don't know what year though. I wouldn't know the year.
I think it was like 2006. Let me give it a guess.
2006?
Oh, 2000. I don't know.
Yes. I don't know.
Okay, Edmonton Oilers, 2006.
Incorrect.
Who was it?
You have to go all the way back before.
It's been a long time.
You
been very
got to go back a little while before, the three of us were born before Mark.
Yeah, I figured.
1993, the Montreal Canadiens were the last
Was it?
Canadian team
I didn't
to
think
win.
it was the Canadians, but okay, yeah.
All right, so
How much
Now on to the final question.
All right. Final question. All right, the score is 9-7, Bill and Reg. You guys can wager any amount of points you have up to 9. And same thing with Eric and Mark. You guys have 7.
Okay.
I'll give you guys a minute to discuss.
What are you thinking, Bill?
Think about 2. Or do you want to go higher?
I was
Just
thinking,
go for all of it.
Okay, we're gonna wager 2.
Okay, give me 1 second.
playing safe.
Okay, so it's 9-7, right?
Yep.
You want to go with what we got?
2 minus that.
Trace.
What are you guys going to go with? How many points?
3.
3? Okay, I didn't see. Sorry. All right. I'm going to set a timer for it's going to be like Jeopardy. You're going to have 30 seconds, so let me get a timer ready.
The hardest question of the day.
It might not be. You don't know. I'm generous sometimes with questions.
I'm scared.
All right. Michael Jordan has his number 23 retired in 3 places. Where is it retired? You guys have 30 seconds starting now.
3 places?
I
Yes,
actually know this, I think.
He has his number 23 retired in 3 places. So you guys have 30 seconds. Well, you have 17 seconds now, but
That's my guesses.
sorry, guys, for a little bit of dead air. Giving my contestants time to think or
That's-
cheat, if you want to put it.
One of them, I'm unsure, but if I can put money on it, yeah, I would say.
All right. Who's going to read their answers out?
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Wait till these guys are ready.
You guys go first.
No, you guys go first.
Yes,
No, you
because
guys.
you guys are in the lead. You guys got to go first.
Okay, we're kind of in a bit of a conflict on this one.
All right. Let me hear it. You got
Is it Chicago? Washington? I swear I saw this, Reg. I'm sorry. LA.
one of them is correct. The other 2 are wrong.
Okay.
Mark?
Okay. So do we have to go with what we have?
Yes, you have to go with what you have.
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
All right.
Yeah, we went UNC, Chicago, and Washington.
2 of them are right. 1 is wrong.
Okay.
All right.
The 3 places it is retired are the Bulls, the Heat, and North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
The Heat have
I swear I thought it was LA. I swear.
UNC in Chicago, I was pretty sure on, but I
Yeah,
thought
I was sure on that.
Played and bought part of the team.
Yeah,
I was-
Chicago
I
and
got-
UNC,
Yeah.
I put all bets on that. But
yeah, nope, the Heat. The Heat.
I know, Reg. You told me UNC. I should have listened to you.
All right. So after the final scores, your final standings are Eric and Mark 4, Bill and Reg 7.
We still won.
The first annual Sports Insanity Podcast trivia goes to the hosts,
Okay.
to the co-hosts.
Okay. Good game,
But-
good
gentlemen.
game, good game.
We'll
Oh,
take that.
absolutely.
Good job, gentlemen. Hey, can I just say something? Good job out of you guys. I'm being serious.
right.
It was
Ah,
better than me. A lot of my answers were guesses, and I got it right. I just got it.
no, this was a lot of fun. I like this.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is a
that's
blast.
cool.
This is great.
This is
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Reg,
Well,
I'm really sorry about that last
Oh,
one.
no, it's fine. It happens. It happens. I was for sure it was UNC. It had to be because you played.
I thought I saw Los Angeles. I don't know how I got Los Angeles, Miami confused.
Did not think about Miami.
I didn't think about Miami, but if it makes sense,
Yeah.
it does make sense. Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Reg, look at the bright side. We still won.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse
So
me.
good,
your
good job,
price-
guys. That was
It's gonna come
fun.
down to
You know
make
what? We
all
got to
day.
do this again sometime.
Yes.
Maybe in a few weeks we can do it again. I'll get some
You
more.
want to do this
questions.
maybe like once a month, maybe?
You can do it once
I'm
a
into
month.
that.
I'm down for that. It can
Yeah,
be
cool.
you guys's. We
Yeah.
can do a best of 7.
Well, hopefully we can change up the teams a little bit.
Hey, next time we'll definitely switch up the teams.
You got it.
All right, guys. Well, that's our show for today. Hope you guys had fun. Again, I want to thank both Old Ops Guy and Eric for coming in on such short notice.
We
'Cause we
appreciate.
originally did have a guest plan, but things fell through. But what you gonna do?
Yeah. Hey, we made something work on short notice.
Yes. So if you like what you see or hear, whatever you do, like, comment, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Podbean, and as of this week, we are now officially on, Reg, since it was your doing.
We are now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, awesome.
We're moving up in the world.
So we were in the process last week, and this week we just got approved. So now we are available on Spotify and Apple. Please follow us, rate us, whatever you can. It's all there. And of course, if you want to continue listening to us on Podbean, that's okay too, because we like Podbean too.
And also follow us on and also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
And
Instagram's still in the process.
we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming today. We will see you next week. I'm Bill Murphy.
I am Lawrence Patch Lang.
Reggie signing off.
Mark, old Ox guy Halpern.
Sir Eric, a.k.a. Big Brother's always watching you. Signing off.
This has been episode 8 of the Sports Insanity Podcast. We will see you next week. Everyone, take care and stay safe.
Peace.
Bazinga.